Over in Granville, Alicia heads into her barn and is surprised to find Tim there, digging through her belongings in search of more evidence to leave at the spot of his next murder.
We also see a version of Tim, which maybe we should have seen in the karaoke, Michael's favorite scene. Like, a little glimpse of this Tim would have helped. I know they wanted to save it.
Tim chloroforms her and knocks her out.
Oof.
Clark goes to meet with Alicia, but instead finds her lifeless, hanging from a noose. Clark emotionally screams out in anger. Shortly after, Lois stumbles upon Clark and tells him that she knows where the person is who is responsible for this. Whoa.
I remember this being very difficult because, I enjoyed working with Sarah and I didn't want to see her go. But even more difficult, it's how do you get to this place of emotion, watching someone die? And I remember asking Sarah, can you just, would you please not look at me?
Yeah.
And it sounds ridiculous, but she knew what I meant. And I think you know what I mean by that, because it's the loss is what you're tapping into. Is I want this to be different. I don't want this situation to be what it is. I want it to be different. I could have done something different. And as you see Clark move away from this scene, he is very agitated.
That last scene, or one of the last scenes with Alicia, dead. What did you guys think when you saw that? I mean, that was pretty...
I didn't think she was going to be dead. I thought she was going to rescue her. And I'm like, oh my God, that's gruesome. That's morbid. Yeah. She's hanging. And this guy, this random dude, freak of the week, who didn't even have a big part in the show, kills her. Like, what the hell happened?
She's like Sandman or something.
It was tragic. It was like, I couldn't believe she was dead. I thought something was going to happen where they're going to bring her back to life. And then, the scene with Clark crying, it was pretty emotional, Tom.
Well, I do remember that the scene was very challenging for me as an actor and obviously for Clark, but I remember talking with Sarah and being like, this is going to sound weird, but can you just not look at me at all? Like, can you know what I mean? Because it was like, it had to be a one-way emotional release in a sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
I know what you're saying. Stupid. What you're saying is this. Yeah. Sometimes when someone's looking at you, it's almost like it almost forces you to try harder or to think too much.
Yeah.
And when they could just turn away and you can just think about it and let your natural emotions come out, it's a safer place and you could allow yourself to feel vulnerable.
Yeah. Plus, she was dead.
She was dead.
Well, and I was going to ask too a follow-up, and I realized it was many, many years ago, but was there any rumors on set that Clark's love interest was going to carry on beyond this? Because I found it unique. We see Alicia in a previous season, and then they bring her back for a two-parter, no less. And I think it catches a lot of fans off guard to kill her or have her die off, 2 episodes later. It seems like a lot of work for obviously this big unveil with Chloe, but I'm curious, was there any rumors or any talks that, hey, this could be something we carry on for?
I got to tell you, we didn't know what was happening episode to episode. At least I didn't. The only time I knew one episode ahead was when Rosenbaum would come to set and he goes, you want to run lines for the next episode? And I'd be like, I haven't even read it yet. You know what I mean? Like we were always sort of catching up. So there could have been talks like that in Los Angeles, because we shot in Vancouver, about how to deal with Alicia's character and how often she would come back. But to be honest, no one tells us on set.
Yeah.
We get the script and we have 10 days to shoot it.